late harvest stuff they let get infected with the Botyrus.
Yeah.
So it's like rot wine?
No.
Like the salami of wines.
It's the salami
The
of wine.
salami,
Cool.
the blue
The
cheese
blue
of wine.
cheese of wine.
Yeah.
It
I
is
think my taste buds just had a panic attack when you said that.
It's good. I don't like it. It's not my thing, but
you like sweet wines, so you'll like it.
Yeah, you would like it. You would like it.
Yeah.
Ice
We'll have
wine.
to look into that next time I see my family and they want to have drinks.
EIS, ice wine. Ice wine.
Because and we have learned something new.
It's not like the wine Julia poisoned herself with. Or rather didn't poison herself with. Yeah.
Well, see, now to be fair, that wasn't drank nothing but vinegar. She just drank straight vinegar. It had gone bad.
But she likes vinegar, so
wait, sure. You can drink vinegar though, or was it like old wine?
It was old wine.
That was the story at the start of last night's episode.
Was that
so that's on the list? Okay, so I'm writing that down.
Okay.
So vinegar wine is on the list. Glow stick is on the list. What else do I have to do?
No, not that list. No.
Don't do what? Why are you doing this? And why would we participate in this particular form of self-harm?
Are you okay? What exactly?
This is like to have like a real adult in the chat.
Is this list for? You explain.
No, it's fine. Anyway,
we were just talking about children putting things in their mouths.
And then we're like, okay, so adding vinegar.
I'm trying to explore the world. Okay.
Raph and I are just like getting into our characters already.
Exactly.
You are. I'm very impressed by both of you.
It's true. Yeah, we're doing some character
I'm
work.
looking for the details, the wording and the reason behind it. So I'm also there. What's good?
Let's go.
Why do that?
See, I thought we were going to start we are a little less unhinged because I am not crying. So that is good.
Hey.
That's good. We're not talking about
funny
goop.
No. You just said the question mark.
Anyway.
Raph, why? We were having such a good start. All right. I am going to take control of us before we go off the rails any further, because that is what I did not do last night. And it got very unhinged. Hi. We are Live from the Apocalypse, a not-for-profit TTRPG studio that raises money for aid organizations and progressive causes. This is our psychological horror game, Redacted, and we will be getting into that shortly, but before we do, a few housekeeping things. We are currently raising money for Rainbow Railroad, which is an amazing organization that raises money to help LGBT and especially trans people get to safer locations if the places they are in are currently unsafe, maybe passing legislature that will harm them, things like that. So at any point during the stream, you can hit the donate button. It is right there. You cannot miss it. And while we do not have any incentives for this game, I'll make the promise that I always make, which is the more donations you put in, the more unhinged things will happen, and the more fun we will all have. So, what sort of unhinged things? Good, bad, neutral? Who knows? But the more donations there are, the more we get to fuck around and find out. And that'll be a good time for this group, because some wild things are already happening. We cannot stop you from subscribing. We have attempted to make it very hard, so you actually have to search for it. But if you find it, we can't stop you. Just know that if you do, beloved Dimension 20 Dungeon Master Brennan Lee Mulligan will kill one dog, Raph now, for every month that you are subscribed. And that is especially a shame because we are down to 2 de Villiers in the season of Secrets and Shadows, just 2 dogs. That's it. No more fits. And
wait, does that mean the priest is gone? Oh no!
No. Which priest?
His cousin.
Oh no, that's the other one who's left.
I'm sorry, there's 3.
There's 3. That's right.
One of them is in hell.
Right. So like 2.5. But still.
2.5. So yes, we cannot stop you. In either case, whether you donate or subscribe, I will get to hear the sounds that go along with the image that plays. Perhaps you will find that when we get a donation, my cast screams at me as they started to do in a season of Secrets and Shadows in solidarity. I think that's it for housekeeping. So with that, I'm going to have our lovely cast introduce themselves. Starting with Stephanie.
Hi, I'm Stephanie. I'll be playing Kai tonight. He uses the Martyr playbook. Bisexual disaster having an even more disastrous time than usual. So yeah, we're going to see how brunch goes if we get that far.
Why wouldn't you make it to brunch? Why wouldn't you make it to brunch?
I don't know, JD, why wouldn't we make it to brunch?
I don't know, but let's ask Q that question. Q, why would we not make it to brunch?
Oh, because this island's trying to kill us. Yeah, was that the answer you were looking for? Because
that was the answer. Yes.
Okay. Cool.
And you can also introduce yourself, but I wanted to ask that question first.
Oh no, of course. So hi, I'm Q. Just an internet gremlin, just sort of vibing. Tonight I am playing Weston Dominic Brooks. He is a monster, derogatory. The villain playbook, and he's not having a great time. And I think once he has some realizations about the situation, it's gonna get worse. For sure.
Q, what realizations could Weston have?
Oh, he doesn't know about the fairy yet. So it's gonna be a bad day.
That is true. That is a shame.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Della, you have an interesting introduction for us tonight.
Sure do. Hi, everybody. I am Della Collins, and I am playing Rachel Blauhair, the parent playbook. Except last week, some weird shit happened, and I kind of tried to do a thing, and it didn't work. And so now I'm also playing Siobhan. And we're sort of sharing this body, I guess, or memories in the body. And I'm basically extremely confused and vacillating between existential dread and terror and murderous rage at every single second. So basically, it's 2020 all over again up in here.
Whoa, fuck.
Incredible, Della. And last but not least, Raph.
Hello, I'm Raph. I will be playing Sophie McAllister tonight, Sophie Ann McAllister, who currently is playing the child playbook. Everything's good. I'm trying to think of what else. Currently helping.
Is it good?
Everything's good. Asterisk. Everything's fine. Helping Rachel / Siobhan. Did we come up with a name for that?
A name for what?
Shachel.
Oh, Shachel.
Shachel.
Rabon. I like Rabon.
Rabon.
Like
okay.
It just sounds
that's good. Okay.
Wrong. I like that.
So she's currently helping Rabon and getting ready to talk to some investigators and get some brunch.
I like how many times we've mentioned brunch. I'm excited for all of you to have brunch.
An early brunch.
Are we actually gonna get it? Is the question?
I guess we'll have to see how things
I
unfold.
better get some brunch after that night.
You guys might.
It's true. We'll have to see. Yeah, some weird stuff did happen to the two of you last night. We'll get into that in a moment. Real quick, I am JD. You can find me in places at JD, not Jason Dean. I am the storyteller, and I am playing everyone that these lovely people are not, including some people that they did play once upon a time, which is a very interesting experience to get to have, and we love it.
Yeah.
The OG babies.
The OG babies. We love them.
Gay children.
And so, with that, our cast of characters had an eventful evening last time. Well, it's been a long couple of hours. Some of you are a little bit in stasis. We'll get back to you. But you found a body. Rachel became Siobhan. There was blood coffee and haunted goings on in the hotel lobby. And the two of you who slept so far had some interesting dreams. But that is, of course, not quite where we are going to start. Before we do, as a reminder, this is a horror game, so content that may come up in the session includes cults, fires, burns and burning, medical abuse and neglect, ritualistic murder, and potentially references to other topics like drowning. If anything that I have not listed there comes up during the session, I will do my best to name it before it happens. I will, of course, be checking in with the cast on any triggers that may be coming up during the second half that would be added to that list, and I will let you know too when we come back from break. Don't look panicked, Raph. It's fine. It's fine. This is just
Not
an
panicked,
expanded
not
version
panicked.
of the usual spiel.
Intrigued. Fascinated.
It's fine. Everything's fine. And so, with that, we start not at the hotel that our lovely group of 4 characters is currently staying at. We instead, once again, approach the island of Slatethorn from above. The fog that surrounds the town has grown thicker and thicker, making the lights of the emergency vehicles that are still lit flicker in the darkness. We can see on the playground just the barest edge of the crime scene tape around the merry-go-round, very faintly of the markers of evidence and location left behind, but the body, we're pretty sure, at least as far as we can tell, is gone, and at this point there is little movement. We move away from the playground and towards the dock where the ferry recently was. Passing a security camera on the edge of one of the buildings, the light a flickering blue, meaning, well, who knows what that might mean depending on the make and model of the camera, but perhaps it caught something this evening. Maybe an indication of who committed this horrible crime. Maybe someone who did not want to be seen at the scene of the crime. But we don't linger there long, because we move back towards the Slatethorn History Museum, a small brick building by the water. The windows of it are currently dark, but panes of glass can't stop us, and we just pass right on through and into the carefully, meticulously curated room, right towards a glass case in the center that, were the museum open, would be well lit. But before we can see what this particular item holds, the door opens and 2 sets of footsteps come inside. We cannot clearly see who the people are. The lights are not turned on. But as the door opens, we catch snippets of conversation that has clearly been ongoing. One of them finishing a sentence that says, in years, and the other says, Marcus, it's been decades, not years. The first, presumably Marcus, responds, do you think it's happening again? The second says, that's a leap. One murder to a serial killer. There's a pause. And then Marcus says, you know, she was taken at my re-election campaign event. The other figure sighs and says, Marcus, you don't know that. It could have happened at any point. You can't blame yourself for that. Then there's a rustling of cloth. And that second person, the one who's still unnamed, says, in a slightly panicked voice, Marcus, what is that? And Marcus sounds desperate as he says, please, Adrian. And Adrian says, absolutely not. And there are a few moments of back and forth in that vein before Adrian cuts Marcus off and asks, what is that? Marcus, are those human remains? And Marcus takes a deep breath and says, it was found at the crime scene. Adrian says, and what? You want me to touch it? You want me to tell you who did this? Because I'm pretty sure that's going to go over really well with Detective Winters. You know, you'll just say, Adrian, who works at the History Museum. Yes, I handed him this item and he saw who committed the murder. I'm sure that'll hold up in a court of law. I'm not going to do that. You're not dragging me into this. No. There's silence from Marcus, who then, with a disappointed edge to his voice, says, fine. Good night, Adrian. There's another rustling of cloth, the shutting of the door, and a moment later from Adrian, Marcus? Marcus, are you kidding me? You just left evidence sitting right in my museum. I'm not going to touch it. You're not going to make me touch it. But then the footsteps move over, presumably to where the item was left, and there's a heavy sigh before Adrian says, don't say I never did anything for you. And there's a long moment of silence, followed by heavy, panicked breathing and a half-strangled scream. And we see 2 jean-covered legs as Adrian drops to his knees on the floor, still gasping for breath as he covers his face in his hands, the bag filled with cremains falling from his fingers and spilling out onto the floor. But we leave him there, and we move out from the History Museum, back into the fog, and make our way over to the hotel. The hotel looks fine. It looks normal. The fog around the windows of the lobby is very hard to see through. But if one were looking, one might notice that things feel just a little off. Nothing major. Nothing terribly wrong. But you could swear the desk where you check in was on the other side of the room. The chairs and couches also flipped. But other than that, everything looks fine. As we head up to one of the rooms where Sophie has just received a call and Siobhan has just caught sight of her reflection in the mirror. How are the two of you holding up?
I'm taking a shower and then I'm going to sleep. I'm going that's what I'm doing. I'm not
That's fair.
I don't know what
Yeah,
to think about any of this.
Yeah, I mean, Sophie, it was handled, right? So if he really needs to talk to me, he'll call back and leave a voicemail. It's late. He shouldn't be calling me at this time anyway. So I think she just crawls into bed. I think she turns her phone off and puts it on the like nightstand and just gets in bed. I'm assuming there's only one bed. Sophie just gets in
And
to the side on a little corner.
I think Siobhan does not blink and gets into the other side of the bed.
Perfect.
Like
Yeah.
absolute no no hesitation or like awkwardness on her end.
Absolutely not.
She is wearing a flannel PJs, like checkered flannel PJs.
Incredible. Yeah, Sophie doesn't have her BJs, so I think she just I think it's just late and tired. I think she just gets in bed. Sorry, I hate that. Me personally,
Oh,
that's just
wearing
Sophie,
nasty.
your clothes were at a
Yes.
crime scene, and so I really hate this.
Listen, the thought of getting into bed with like jeans on,
I don't
I
like
think
it either.
I think Siobhan might
Sophie
actually
doesn't mind.
yeah, Siobhan might actually roll over and be like, Sophie, are you sure you wanna do you wanna borrow something to sleep in?
If you have something, yes, please. I
Oh,
wouldn't say no.
absolutely. She like pulls out like a big, like an oversized convention t-shirt from the duffel bag, and it's like some like uh permaculture event Denver 2004.
Wow, that's like I was like a baby.
I don't know what any of this means.
Yeah, me neither. But thank you. Yeah. And she just changes and is like, anyway, tired, right? She gets some rest.
Yeah.
Good night.
Yep. Out. Just
Yeah, I think Sophie doesn't fall asleep for a while, just like faces away, and is just staring at her phone that's turned off. And it takes her a while to like eventually just pass out from emotional exhaustion and like everything going on.
if there was something weird in Rachel's bag, would you think you would have noticed, or are you too zonked out?
Me?
Yeah.
Depends. I guess like did Rachel pull the shirt out of the bag or was she like, here's the duffel bag?
She would have pulled
Stick
it out.
around.
She would have pulled it out of the bag
Okay.
and handed it to you.
Okay, then I don't think Sophie would have been like peeking. I think it
Yeah.
was just kind of like a lot just happened in the span of 5 minutes. Let's just get to bed. Like, I know
Mhm.
you're strapped. It's fine.
Mhm.
We'll cross that bridge. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Incredible. I would like both of you
Oh boy.
to roll your dice.
What are we rolling?
Just our
Captain?
dice,
Just
straight
your
roll.
dice.
Just
Straight
2?
roll.
Just 2d6?
Just 2d6.
Wow.
Oh.
I hate that. I'll roll my 2 blue ones.
Okay, not bad. That's a 9.
Okay.
Mixed success, but you know.
Uh-oh. Oh, Sophie.
That's a 6.
So you get to mark insight, and we love that for you. Weren't you just saying before we started that you haven't failed many rolls? Beautiful.
Join me in the nightmare
Wow.
realm.
I'm so lucky.
Mhm.
Okay.
God damn it.
All right. So we are going to start with you, Siobhan, because you did fall asleep sooner than Sophie did.
Mhm.
And so with that, you are initially very disconcerted because, I mean, we talked about the fact that Siobhan's father was a preacher, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
He ran away from home to be a preacher. He wasn't a preacher. Then he ran off to be one.
And so I think there's a moment as you find yourself flung into the middle of this stream that you think you might be imagining what life was like for your father, because you are standing there in front of what can only be described as a congregation. And you feel powerful and in charge is maybe not the right phrase, but you are in command of this room. But it's not a room. As you look around, you realize, no, it's a clearing. And all around you are benches that have clearly been handmade, filled with a number of people. You don't want to admit to yourself, but part of you never imagined there would be this many who would listen, who might be worthy. And you are speaking with a practiced ease that you can't imagine, especially from a voice that sounds so masculine. That's what makes you think. Are you imagining what this was like for your father? But you are talking to those assembled of flame, of purity. And that's when you notice the pyre right behind those sitting. The coals already smoldering. You're not sure whose body is going to go on there today. Maybe yours. Maybe it's time. And then that dream fades away into, can't say more normal ones, because the others are mostly a tangled conglomeration of the memories you awoke in this body with, of the feeling of poison entering your body, of that figure that you still can't see the face of, but you swear if you were to see them again, you would know. You would know. And that is how Siobhan passes her first evening. Sophie.
No.
Sophie, your dream is a little bit different. Because as your dream begins, you are sitting in the hotel room, and your phone is ringing again. And you know the number. How could you not? Do you answer?
I think she doesn't realize she's dreaming. And so she picks up. She's like, I thought I turned this off. And then picks up the phone.
And of course, it is Eric. But this time, he isn't breathing raggedly. There isn't the sound of him choking. He sounds like he always did, and says, "So, who did you select for tonight?"
Let me see. Kristen was last week. So how about Howie? Yeah, I think we haven't followed up with Howie in a little bit.
Howie's a good choice, but I mean, he's a little old, Sophie.
Yeah, I need a wide range of participants.
Did you screen them for any medical conditions?
Eric, please. I'm a professional, okay?
Hey, yeah, of course. I mean, you're running the show. I just
Right.
I just
You're
wanted to
hired
make
to
sure.
do this. Just I have it under control. Just do what you have to do, okay? I promise everything's fine.
Listen, I don't want to give the guy a heart attack.
You're not going to give him a heart attack, okay? It's just, listen, just do what you got to do and just make notes, okay? I'll be there. You have my number. You can call me whenever. And yeah, it'll be fine. You're not going to actually do anything, just pick it up.
Yeah, I follow the script that you gave me.
Good. Then you should be fine.
And this is phase 2, right?
This is Howie, yes. With Howie, yes. Phase 2 with Howie, yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. Yeah. You're the boss. Let's go.
I'm excited. Just let me know how it goes. Well, I'll be taking notes anyway, so.
And I'll take my notes and yeah. Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah. Talk to you later, Sophie.
Bye.
And the phone clicks off. What does Sophie do next?
I think again, I think it's because that call was so normal. She is Raban there?
No. The bed
Interesting.
is empty.
Cool. Okay. I think in that case, she gets up and she's going to take her notebook and just do like a walk around the hotel. It seems normal almost to just do a little fresh air, get out of the room and just think about her studies and what next and how is everything going, and like check her notes from before and like revisit and review. Yeah, so I think she's just gonna walk around the hotel.
And so you're looking through your notes, Sophie, and
Mhm.
as you do, you see those familiar names. You see Kyle and Teresa, David, Kristen, all of them listed right there. And you notice that the notes beside them have changed. You expect to see data on how each of them responded to the different phases. But instead, you start to see what looks, well, the more you look at it, the more it becomes a coroner's report. In fact, these aren't your notes, these are those reports on each of them, detailing different ways of dying. Some stabbed, some poisoned, wounds indicated, and facts that you remember about each one of them. You know, birthmarks, tattoos, scars, all of those things listed out on the anatomical drawings. That doesn't make sense. You didn't kill anyone.
No, this is wrong. I think she immediately grabs her phone and tries to call Eric back.
And you're able to call.
Pick up
The phone
these.
clicks on. He doesn't speak, but you hear that same ragged breathing as before.
Eric? Hey, what happened? What is going on? Why am I looking at coroner's reports of everyone? This isn't right. What did you do?
And
Hello?
the breathing chokes off, and then Eric comes through, not sounding like he was just struggling for breath, but his voice sounds a little echoey. almost like he's coming to you from a tunnel. And he says, I didn't kill them, Sophie. You did. And not just them.
Mm-mm. That's not true. That's not true. This is wrong. This is some sort of prank or something, right?
It's not true. It's not true, Sophie. Look at me. Look at me, Sophie. Look at what you did to me.
I think she runs. She drops a phone, she drops the notes, and she just runs down the stairs, wherever. It doesn't matter. Tries to get back to the room.
You run downstairs, which makes no sense because you're trying to return to the room, and that is the opposite direction you want to go in. And as you push through the doors, you find yourself standing in a morgue. And there is a gurney with a sheet covered body on it.
I think she approaches it and just shaking hand grabs the sheet and just throws it off.
It's Eric. His skin is mottled. And there are stab wounds all over him. And that doesn't make sense because he wasn't stabbed that many times.
This is wrong. This is wrong. This is not right. This can't be real, right? I think she just starts like pulling at like opening drawers, going through paperwork, like trying to find like anything that makes sense, like a description, like a clipboard with something, like anything to ground her into reality.
And it's interesting because you do find a clipboard, but when you look down at it, you can't make out anything. It just looks like scribbles. And you think, wait, can you read things in dreams? But then you remember the notes you were just reading. So, of course, you can. And as you lower the clipboard, you find yourself instead standing in front of a classroom filled with students. And you are about to give a PowerPoint presentation, but you can't remember on what. And those are the dreams that you then find yourself in for the rest of this night.
Amazing. Wonderful. Love those dreams. Love
Circle
them.
of hell. A circle of hell.
Wasn't wearing pants. Stressing. Great.
I hate that for you. I hate all of that.
Thank you. Thank you.
What the
Yeah.
fuck kind of thesis was Sophie doing? What the fuck?
Listen, that was a scary dream. Okay?
See, but here's the thing.
Mhm.
He wasn't stabbed that many
That many
times.
times? Katie, what the fuck?
An interesting detail to have entered into that particular explanation.
Listen.
I have more wounds
He
here than there
wasn't.
should be. That's weird.
Interesting.
So you all pass a lovely, lovely evening.
No, that's a lie.
Mm,
How are we all doing as the sun rises?
Well, Kai woke up from that nightmare and had just been sitting quietly for a bit until it was he could get dressed, and I guess was checking the cell reception.
um,
Nah, yeah, fuck me,
oh,
right?
how are the amenities for this hotel? Like, is there a workout room? I'm not going to call it a gym. There's no way. Is there an exercise room?
There is.
Great. Weston, like as soon as he's up, he grabs his phone, his headset, like he gets dressed, and he goes downstairs to the workout room. He's just gonna try and act as if everything is normal and fine, and hopefully he'll be correct. I think his brain processes that the lobby is flipped. We're not dealing with that. We don't see
Oh,
that.
it's not. It's fine.
What?
Okay.
The lobby's
Okay.
fine.
Hey,
What do
GD.
you mean?
What goes
Okay.
on this fucking island?
Yeah, no,
Okay.
the lobby's fine.
Shenanigans.
Everything's where it was. It's fine.
So anyway, so he's gonna work out until he doesn't feel like it anymore. I, I don't think there's a particular time frame on that. And then he'll go back upstairs, get showered and dressed. He's attempting to dress down, but it's hard to do when like even your shirts are like not designer, but they're expensive. Is the thing.
Not a designer that any of us would know, but if you know, you know.
Right. Absolutely.
That tracks.
Are we doing brunch? Do we need to go grab the other two?
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea. Kai's already dressed and ready to go. His bag is packed. He's wearing he's wearing like this white like thick lace shirt, and he's got this brown leather jacket that was thrifted, but he's attached like a kind of like, you know, those like fur like interiors of like the warmer coats. He's got a collar he's sewn on there, and he's got these blue bell bottoms on and some boots underneath. And he's like, he feels a mess, but he's not gonna look a mess. So fashion. He is just
Love that for him.
ready to wheel out as soon as possible. And it's just like, yeah, we should find the others, deal with brunch, deal with whatever until the ferry gets here.
Yeah. I'm gonna. Never mind.
I think you would actually have seen Siobhan in the gym.
Okay. Good. Okay.
Interesting.
Good.
Like, because I think also like woke up and just sort of went to go pretend like everything's normal
Yep.
and is very much in the same like. And I think there's like a moment where she would like walk in, look at you, and be like go and off and look at the door
Mhm.
because you know her school was an all girls school, and so she's just like, wait a second, this isn't right.
Right.
And like then it's like, okay, I guess I can work out when there's a man present. And we'll probably just like get on a treadmill and
Yeah.
just start.
I don't think they have very many heavy things, so we can't lift heavy things, put them down, and then do it again. So it's a lot of cardio and a lot of the machines. And since I can't run away outside because that's a terrible idea, I think a good portion of the exercise time is the two of them just running on a treadmill together.
Yep. In complete silence.
Absolutely.
Absolute silence.
Just the like whir of the treadmill, like the
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, one of them's a little squeaky. Yeah.
Of
Oh
course.
god.
100%.
Yeah, this is a horror game. So
Yep.
there's
Mhm.
only you can only do cardio, squeaky treadmill.
He's got his headphones in.
Mhm.
So I'm sure there was no conversation, and it wouldn't have worked anyway. He didn't hear anything.
Yeah.
He will take one off before he leaves. We're gonna get brunch, so whenever you're done, dressed, you can come to our room. I don't trust the lobby.
She like is like, what? But when you say that, just kind of gives you a look, but then is like, all right, I'll tell Sophie.
Great. Your name again?
Siobhan?
Right. Okay. See you in a bit, Siobhan. And he's upstairs.
Do you mention any of that to Kai? I assume not.
Oh, we're just waiting on Sophie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Siobhan was awake at the gym with me.
Oh, Rach. Okay. So Rachel's
Right.
still Siobhan.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not called multiple personality disorder anymore, is it?
I don't
like-
fucking know.
Okay. I don't know either. I'm
Listen,
assuming that's what's going on. I don't.
listen, I barely pay enough attention to what letters they've added.
I mean, fair. I mean, I don't read books that thick for fun anyway, so why would I go out of my way to read that for research?
Right.
Cool. I still can't get a fucking signal, but I'm sure they have a ferry timetable. You know what?
Right.
Fuck the lobby. I'm sure they have that information around the town.
Yeah, I haven't seen Ty or his morning. Was the morning replacement there when I went past?
Yes, the morning replacement was there.
Gotcha.
Is he cute?
Morning replacement was there. Right. Good question.
Is he cute? Is he cute? Good question.
Is it a he, a she, a they?
I feel like they can't be.
They are older, like a lot older, like 60s older. So
I
Like a
love the
lot
morning.
older, like
Yep.
29 older.
Rachel crumbles to dust.
Stop it.
and so Siobhan, when you return, maybe more the question is, Sophie, how does Siobhan find you?
I think Sophie is spent the night having a bad time, so probably just like very sweaty, but still like tucked under like all of the covers, curled up, like doing that thing where you're kind of asleep but kind of awake. You're not sure what time it is because you're kind of asleep. So yeah, very much in bed, curled up, having a bad
Ref, I resent the fact that you describe my sleep every night.
time.
So Siobhan, that is how you find Sophie when you return to the room.
Sophie?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that what's his name? The gentleman from last night,
Here, what? Who? Which one?
the lawyer from last night who he bought her hotel room. I can't remember his name.
Dominic.
Dominic. Yeah, he said we're invited to brunch.
Shh. Yes, we have brunch with him and Kai. but I think she's like still curled up, like head peeking out, like doesn't really want to get out of the safety of the bed, and just says, "Are you Siobhan or Rachel?"
I
Or both.
don't know. Bu- I you know how sometimes when you think about something too hard, it just kind of gives you a headache. How like you just can't, or like you're working on something, your eyes just kind of cross, you just can't look at it anymore.
Yeah, sure.
It's like it's kind of like that when you just been like when you've been
Hmm.
staring at a paper for so long, been staring at the words for so long, the words stop making sense. That's
Yeah, you like
how
read the same sentence over and over again, write the
that's
same
how
notes down.
that's how my literal ego complex feels right now.
Wow. Interesting.
Just don't look at it too hard. Don't think about it too hard, and I'll be fine.
Hmm. Fascinating. So well, I ask that because um we're supposed to give statements to the detective today. Early in the morning is what we promised them.
All right.
So are you okay to do that?
I probably. I think I've got enough. I'm not as I was not in my right mind when I first sort of came back, so I think I can do that.
Right.
Are
Well,
you okay?
I'm I'm fine. Yeah, just so cozy. Um, but I'm fine. I'm gonna get up now. I mean, if anything, hmm,
We saw some fucked up stuff yesterday. It's all right if you're not okay. I
no, I'm
know.
fine. I'm fine.
Oh, all
Um,
right.
I'm just worried about you and um, yeah, brunch sounds good. So um, I don't want to be. Oh wait, okay. Well, okay. I don't want to be like that person. Um, do you do you have any pants I could borrow? Because my pants from yesterday, um, like I'll put them on. But
I've got pants. I don't know.
well,
I don't know if they'll fit you great. This she's heavier than I was. Not to
I will make it
be
work.
shitty about it, but I
I'll make it
I, I
work.
don't know. So she starts digging again through the duffel bag and is just like, does she is she worried that she seems to pack every piece of clothing she owned in here? It's like what is this? And is hands you like a pair of overalls.
Oh boy. Um, Perfect. This is perfect.
This is the
Thank you.
queerest thing to happen.
Overalls, yes.
uh,
Mhm.
cool. Yeah, no, these are cool. So she just puts them on over like the pajama shirt and says, "I hope you don't mind. I'm gonna just borrow this. I know Dom has a car, so maybe if he can take me to where my all of my stuff is at the inn. I wasn't supposed to stay at the hotel, but so yeah, I think I just need to get my stuff and then like take a shower and, change and stuff. But I don't feel like we should probably leave. I don't know. I've never
Why
been
don't
like
you
interrogated before.
why don't you take a shower first? And then we'll, I guess, we'll meet with Kai and Dom,
Mhm.
and then we'll go to the police station, and then we'll go to brunch.
Sure. Honestly, you know what? For someone who is like regressing into some sort of strange other memory, you seem like you have things pretty down under control. And honestly, I appreciate that. Because I was just going to dive right in.
I know that they say the past is another country, but how different do you think the 1930s actually were? We had brunch and we had police.
Yeah, but like, I mean, technology's come a long way. A lot of stuff has changed since then. Like a lot of stuff has changed since then. So
I I can tell. I have again. I hear you, but yeah, I can talk to the police and then go to brunch. I can do that.
okay,
I was in
I
a
trust
sorority.
you.
I know how to handle these things.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Um, cool. Okay, so I'm just gonna hop in the shower real quick then, and I will meet you. I guess we can. I'll be quick. So I just stay here, and then we'll go together. Sounds good. Okay, good. Okay, I'm just gonna go. She does.
Yep. And Siobhan, honestly, when you come out, Siobhan is like playing with the cell phone. It is like she's probably playing Candy Crush. Honestly,
Incredible. I'm genuinely shocked that you didn't like lock yourself out. Because if you've ever done that, oh my God, my dad did that one time. It literally took 2 days to unlock his phone because he just kept trying. And I was telling him, Daddy, please, like, you need to. Anyway, let's go down to lunch. Let's go.
yep. Yep.
And so the two of you, make your way to Dominic's room that he's sharing with Kai. Q, you are muted.
I would like to be on the phone with front desk when they're coming in.
That is definitely something that you can be doing.
Fantastic.
Oh, because it's just the cell tower, right?
Mm-hmm. The landline is fine.
Yes. Hi. This is room 102. I had reserved a few days for this room and room 305. Happy to keep 305 going for the time, but I'd like to sort of terminate my stay a little early.
Of course, sir. Was there something not to your satisfaction?
Yeah, I thought my business was going to keep me here a little longer. Turns out I can leave, so I do intend on doing so.
Understood. That happens sometimes. And there's a long pause.
Mm.
And then, what time will you be checking out?
Probably the next 30, no, 15, 20 minutes or so.
Very good.
Mm-hmm. And just so that we're clear, Your staff was impeccable. Your overnight concierge gave impeccable service.
I'm very glad to hear that.
Wonderful. So I will be refunded for the additional nights that I will not be staying, correct?
There's another long pause. And then, correct.
Wonderful. Thank you. And he'll just, that's it. He's done. He'll hang up.
I guess Kai probably let Siobhan and Sophie
So-
in, or at least open the door for him and just be like, "Yeah, you guys ready for brunch?"
Well, we apparently have to go to the police station first.
Oh, that
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah. It's not my favorite, but apparently we told them that we would give a statement.
Shouldn't take too long. I mean, it's not like we're
Does
going
it
to be asked to
have?
join the case, right? So,
Absolutely not. No, they're
They
not.
didn't
asking
take
that.
statements.
no.
They didn't take statements on the scene.
The scene was a clusterfuck.
No, because that's when Siobhan joined us. So
Oh,
we, no
Gotcha.
offense, Siobhan, it was a lot to process. So we left.
Okay. So wait. How long were you Siobhan? Like, when did you show up? Like, at what point in the? I don't know anything of what happened. I brought my ass back to the hotel because
I
I don't know about y'all.
Yeah.
I've seen scary movies, right? When you hear a scream in the middle of the night, no, you didn't.
Yeah.
What if someone's in danger? Okay.
Then that's their fucking problem.
Point taken. Point taken.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Siobhan was 1202, as far as I can tell.
You wrote
Or
it.
sorry,
Of course
102.
you wrote it
102.
down. Of course you wrote it
Okay.
down.
You know that makes a lot of sense.
I
So that was
on my
that was a
phone.
whole hour.
Yeah, we were there for a while.
Okay, so there was an hour of them, or at least, it's small, so 30 minutes. 30 minutes of them to get a statement.
Well, they didn't show up immediately. Oh, you weren't there.
No.
It was a shit show. There was like
Absolute
no
shit
crowd
show.
control. I'm sure the cop on duty probably forgot he was supposed to even
Oh my
take a statement
God.
because God knows he forgot to secure the fucking scene. So I just left because I'm not.
It was wild.
Oh, your bag, and I hand Siobhan the Rachel's bag. Unless you want your
Okay.
bag.
Oh,
Yep.
thank you.
Yeah,
All right,
sorry, I
so-
didn't mean to. I just forgot I
So
had it
here's
on me
the-
and I
Oh.
left.
So here's the thing. I'm not
Statement
staying.
bag.
Yeah.
I'm getting food. I am figuring out if there's a spot of cell service somewhere around here. And I'm getting the fuck off of this island.
Oh
Also-
no, it got Raph.
Oh no.
It's fine. I'm sure they'll be back. I've left your room open for the rest of the time here. But me personally, I'm leaving.
I mean, I'm not gonna hang around.
That makes sense.
Yay!
Hello.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
I mean, I'm assuming they don't want to talk to me. I didn't see shit.
No, I think it's just me and Siobhan.
Wonderful.
Rachel, you'll
I
have
mean-
to be Rachel for this.
Yeah.
Ravon?
I think it's not a bad idea to leave. I don't think I can. yet.
I'm not leaving either.
Fair. You guys do what you gotta do.
So,
Chasing your ghost story?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have fun with that.
Yeah.
I fulfilled the end of the requirements for me to be here,
Mm-hmm.
and now I'm fucking going. So,
well, thank you very much for your kindness and getting me a room. I really do appreciate that. And hopefully, I'll see you at brunch before you leave.
oh yeah, no, I'm doing brunch.
So,
Listen, it's what?
sorry, we didn't really get a chance to talk about our little letters. So,
Oh, you mean the postcards that I'm almost positive we all got?
Yeah, that shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
What's there to talk about?
Hello? What is there not to talk about?
I got a postcard. It said to come here at a specific time. When I went to the location that they stated, there was I'm assuming a woman being killed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So I did what they told me to do. If they try and hold whatever they think they have on me, that's them. And I'll, bring down the wrath of lawyer God on them. I don't.
Hmm. Okay. Well, we have time at brunch, right? Also, can I ask you a favor? Could you drive me to the inn after brunch before you go? Because that's where all my stuff is, and I don't have a car.
Oh, yeah, that's where the brunch spot is. So
Oh,
how about
perfect.
you just do the police thing, and then we'll just all go to brunch.
The B&B, perfect. That makes sense. Okay, perfect. Great.
Really want to talk to the cops before you even get coffee. That's fucked up.
Oh, I'm getting coffee.
They have coffee in the lobby, right?
It's gonna be crappy hotel coffee.
Don't.
I'm gonna drink that
Yeah.
coffee.
Yeah.
Don't. Listen, wait till the police station.
Yeah,
Actually,
it
coffee.
was.
Okay.
Say hi to them first.
Okay.
If you start the conversation, they're on the back foot.
Thank you.
And you don't have to share everything
Oh.
with them just because they're like, "Oh, prove your innocence." It's like, no, that's bullshit.
Yeah, it's a power game,
Mm-hmm.
and you want to have the power. And luckily, you have a lawyer that you can be like, "Hey, I'm not saying anything else until I have my lawyer, and I happen to be right here." So
That is really handy, and I appreciate you for that.
yeah, I don't like being obstructed from lunch.
Right. Yeah. Well, if we want to make sure we get the most out of our bottomless mimosas, we should probably go.
Yeah, let's get this shit over with.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And so, Weston, you pause at the front desk to check out.
Yep.
You are given, the paperwork that clearly states, you had originally been booked for these days, you have canceled the others, you have been refunded the money, all of that in writing.
Fantastic.
The front desk clerk is not the person you saw earlier. I will just make note of that. So, probably not important, but it is a woman of about 35. And she looks a little bit nervous as she's processing everything for you.
Everything all right?
Oh, everything's fine.
I'm gonna read the room.
Please do.
Thank you so much.
I would love that for you. Roll with awareness.
Okay. Fantastic. Fantastic. Cool, that's a 10.
Cool. You can ask 2 of the questions, and you can also ask more directly what you are looking for, if nothing really fits under those.
Cool. Why is she nervous?
As you're watching her, and you're somebody who is very well versed in body language, her eyes keep darting out, kind of past you towards where the dock is.
What's wrong? The real answer this time.
So before she answers, is there a second question more generally that you would want to
I don't
ask?
know. I'm so angry. No, I'm fine. I'm so mad. I'm already mad.
I am also happy to choose one for you and give you some information if you would like.
What connections do I see here? No, no, no. What clues do I see from the past?
So for that, I think that is something that more catches your eye on the way out.
Okay.
So we will get to that.
We'll hold on to that.
We will put a pin in that.
Put it in the pocket. Got it.
And so you have asked Iris, what is actually going on, what's wrong, and she hesitates and then says, "Look, Randall should have told you when you called down. The fairy is gone. That fairy is gone."
What do you mean the fairy is gone? Like it went into town or it went mainland?
The fairy isn't here, and it's not clear when it's going to be back.
So what you're telling me is I've canceled with the intention to leave, and the person that was here before you neglected to give me this information, even though he had it on hand.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. So what are you going to do to fix the situation before I become very unpleasant? You have 30 seconds.
We are going to put you up in these rooms for as long as you need to stay here, for no cost, of course. That is what we are going to do.
Excellent. Okay. I would like that in writing. I'm going to go handle some things. I want that in writing sent to my email. It's already in my account. It's already active in the account. I want that sent to my email, and I will review it. If I see any foul wording, any misdirection or deception in that wording, I will have this entire hotel by the end of the day. Am I understood?
She looks absolutely terrified and says, "Completely understood, yes." And then you hear her quietly say under her breath, "I don't even know if I'm allowed to do this. I don't even know if I have the power to do this. What would be the wrong wording? I've never done this before." Yes, we'll have it in writing. Yes.
Great. Also, you should keep your inner monologue inside your head.
That's very good advice, sir.
Mm-hmm. We'll give that one to you for free. going to leave now.
And so, as we are going to pass through the doors, Weston, you have this moment, and it strikes you as odd because you are very angry, and with very good reason, of course. You just want to get out of here. You want to not have to be in this place for any longer than you absolutely have to. And that's why it's really strange that you find yourself pausing by the rack of brochures. You don't even realize you're doing it. In fact, like you were convinced your eyes were just straight at the door, going, no hesitation, but then you're suddenly standing there and you are looking at a series of images, some of which are very common. The types that have, here's the park, here's the lighthouses, here's all of those things. But one catches your eye. It seems out of place with the others. In fact, as you reach for it, you don't really understand how it's there because there's not another one behind it. The ones behind it are just the other usual ones. But this one says, well, it's not really a brochure, it's a pamphlet. And it just says, Church of the Sacred Flame. And with that, I think we are going to take our break.
Hey, real quick though.
Yeah,
think I
what's
should
up?
make an echoes roll on that?
If you would like.
I think that seems appropriate.
I will
Let's
let
do
you.
it.
See what you
All right.
roll.
Let's see if you let's see what happens here.
Okay. It is okay. So I'm rolling 2d6.
Yep.
And you're rolling with shadow.
Rolling with shadow. Okay. Let's see. What's my shadow? Oh, that's a +0.
No. No, another one.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Hell yeah.
That was
That's
a 3.
Beautiful.
We love it when the dice tell a story. And so the exact moment we are going to go to break on is that as Weston picks up the pamphlet, well, the person who looks back at you is not Weston anymore. And I will be sending you your new playbook cue.
Come
who is it?
on.
Who is it?
And
Which one is it?
we will be returning in 10
It's
minutes.
about to be a time, yo.
Bruh.
Don't go away,
Which
everyone.
one?
It's gonna be a time.
Oh, it's
Things are
gonna
gonna
be a
get
time.
interesting. All right, we shall BRB.
So I'm reading Hardwiring Happiness by Rick Hansen, and I want to like it, and it's good. It has some of the like, what fires together, wires together stuff, sort of like what is the neurobiology behind why positive thinking works. The problem is when you are a therapist, reading books that are for lay people can always be, I don't know if you experience this, JD, but it can always be a little bit like, okay, no, that's okay. It's not wrong. It's just a simplification. And then just as a person who does not like self-help books, I'm reading it and I'm just like, you are seriously spending 220 pages saying, just look on the bright side. And that's not all he's saying. There is more to it than that. But it's really slow going because I'm getting kind of just sick of his shit in terms of like the style of his prose. So,
Valid.
you know.
That's valid, and I appreciate that as you're saying this, we still have the ominous music in the background. It's a very good vibes.
Good.
Fantastic.
Anyway, if you want like a good self-help therapy book, you should read Self-Esteem by McKay and Fanning. The end.
Good to know.
And so with that, we are back from break, and interesting things are happening. Weston saw a pamphlet in the display of brochures that said the Church of the Sacred Flame, and he picked it up. And I'm curious, Q.
Yeah.
What, if anything, do the others notice after Weston has a chance to look at that cover and remember what that means to him?
I think
Oh no.
immediately the glasses, like he like rubbing at his eyes and takes them off. And you can see the physical shift. Dominic has been, while he speaks casually, his body is always uptight. Like there's a lot of tension just sort of resting on his personage. And whoever is behind the wheel right now has that natural, sort of casual, just so relaxed, confident, and just goes, morning. Anyone hungry?
Yeah, we were gonna get brunch. What's up,
Oh,
Dom?
were we? Great.
Yeah.
You and sorry. I was probably drunk last night.
You were not.
I wasn't.
What?
That would explain why I don't have a headache. Nice.
Are you all right?
Oh yeah, I'm right as rain.
What the
I don't
Do
think
you
fuck is
I've
happen to
actually.
have a set of secondary memories that are pushing on the back of your mind like a bulldozer about to knock over a wall?
Oh, you have those too.
Yeah.
All
Those
right.
are crazy.
Aren't they crazy? Isn't it
Yeah,
wild?
yeah.
You
Okay.
seem nice. Anyway, I need to go to the police station. I hope you have a wonderful day. We'll
Yeah.
meet you for brunch. This is really unfortunate. Do you happen to be a lawyer?
No, and I definitely don't deal with police. So you have fun with that. Wait,
Well, shit.
wait.
That
Hold on. Ooh, that is like a hangover, and that's not fun. There's someone else in here. Generally, I can drown them out. Anybody?
Look, I don't know what the actual term for multiple personality disorder is, but I know it sure is fucking
PID.
contagious. What the fuck is going on?
Okay. It's PID.
You seem upset.
Yeah, it's been a weird fucking night on this island, and last I heard, Dominic and I were gonna GTFO after brunch.
It always gets a little wild on the island. Don't worry about it. Hey, Let me see if any of my contacts are in town. I hope you have a good... Wait.
You are literally our ride.
Oh, I see.
I can drive.
We're in the wrong time. Oh, I can drive, no problem. What?
What time do you last remember?
Not now.
What's your name, if you don't mind? I'm Sophie. You might know that, honestly, because you have Dom's memories, but also...
Does he?
Oh.
If he's like Raban, then yeah.
Hi.
Is that
Raven.
what we're going with? You could just call me Siobhan, like, or Rachel. It's fine. I don't know about Raban. I don't know.
Sure, Siobhan, Rachel, works.
Raven.
Raven.
Sophie. That name does ring a bell. Yes. That name rings a bell.
Great.
Kai.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah. It was a good night until things went to shit.
Yeah, I'm not pulling those up. I think he's what's the word he's using? Compartmentalizing.
Wish I could do that right now. Yeah.
Again, no, I think they're probably dead, so I could probably scrounge up something though. I'm resourceful.
Don't worry about it. Just
You sure? Because you look like you could have a time to relax, and
I'll relax once we're on the ferry off the island.
There's no ferry.
Pardon?
Oh yeah, no. Whoever's in here is pissed. There's no ferry. It's
Did it fucking sink? Where is it?
no idea.
So
Ask the pretty piece at the reception desk.
The 60-year-old woman?
Hey.
No, that's Randall.
Yeah. No, that was the man. No, she's like...
I'm sorry.
She's mid-30s, and hey, age means experience. We do love experience.
Just sort of looks down at her own body. Shrugs.
Why is he so stiff?
He's a lawyer.
Ah, yeah, that tracks. Stick up his ass. You think it'd be another thing, but no, he's boring. Anyway, food. Right. No, you're going to go talk to the cops. Why?
Yeah. So, should we, Rachel? I kind of want to stay here.
So here's the thing.
We could eat first.
You could just not. If they need something from you, they can come to you.
The cops are going to have the best information on what's going on. They're also going to have the most access to anything off the island. If we want to know anything more than what we know now, we're going to have to get in, at least in some part, with the existing power structures here. And the cops look like a bunch of dumb shits. But you know what? Those two people who showed up at the end.
Detective Winters,
Mayor
Marcus.
And Mayor Marcus. They're not dumb shits.
Shame.
And those are the ones, if we're going to find out anything, and by find out anything, I mean find out how to get the fuck off this island, we're going to want to talk to them.
Yeah.
I mean, I can always pretend if you want me to be a lawyer. I'm sure.
I think we're going to be
They don't need to talk to you or me.
Yeah, they just need to talk to us. But also, Sophie's gonna just like grab Kai and just like pull him to the side and just be like, hey, so I went through this last night with Rachel. If you could do me just a favor, I will buy you your brunch, okay? And whatever other food or whatever you need while you're here. And I think she's going to just like rip out a couple of like pages from her notebook and take out an extra pen and just be like, I can't be here, but I desperately want to know what is happening. And Dom's not going to let you record him, right? I was able to grab everything last night from Rachel. But
what's your major again?
It doesn't matter right now. This is important and this is amazing. So
this is fucked up, Sophie.
It is, but it's out of our control. So that
makes it more
learn
fucked up,
from
Sophie.
it. Let's learn from it. Because it seems like we're stuck here, right? So we might as well just take notes. You're a good note taker, right? You maybe.
I take measurements, sure.
Measurements are good.
I'm not measuring him for you.
Okay. You don't have to, but just do you draw?
Yeah, I do. I'm a tailor and a costumer. I work with clothes.
Wonderful. Okay. Drawing counts, draw, notes, whatever you got to do. I really need to know what's going on, and I would really, really, really appreciate it if you just...
Yeah, I'll play 20 questions with whoever this ghost, whatever this is. Sure.
That's a great idea.
Is everyone on this island possessed or something? Is this an island of ghosts that are just in people? Like, what is going on?
Should we come up with like a code word or something?
For what?
I'm not possessed. Are you possessed?
No.
Okay.
Kai's right now being like, if I tried to swim to the mainland, how far would I get before I probably drowned or got eaten by a shark, and would it be worth it? He's not sure about the answer for that. He's like, oh, I guess we'll drop you off and then go to a diner or you want us to hang out in the park? I don't want to hang out in the parking lot of a police station.
No, just hang out here and we'll come back. And then
you're going to take the car?
No, we'll walk. I don't think it's that. Wait, it's not that far, is it, JD?
It's not that far.
Yeah, it's not that far. We'll walk.
Sure, walk.
Yeah.
There's only a murderer around, so yeah, be careful. I guess you got the buddy system, so
it'll be fine. Actually, buddy system historically, it's not as safe as people. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We're just gonna go. But yeah, stay here, and then that way we can ride over afterwards. Draw, take notes. Monet will be the code word. Cool. Okay. And I think Sophie is like, nice to meet you, Raven. We'll talk later, I guess.
I look forward to it.
Cool. So exciting.
It's not the word I would use.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so I think we are first gonna follow the two who are heading to the police station, and then we'll circle back to what Raven and Kai are getting up to.
I'm sorry in advance.
Kai's weekend's just getting worse and worse. It's fine.
Everything's fine. People are just a little haunted. It's okay.
Just a little haunted.
Only the ghosts.
So far, I feel like Siobhan and Raven have been improvements on the base.
They've like balanced out, you know?
Like,
absolutely. Like look at how he treated the front desk lady,
Oh no, that was
and now
absolute
how
garbage.
he is now. It's fine.
Just so
It's fine.
friendly.
Fine,
Hey.
he's so friendly. I
So
don't
friendly.
suspect him of a single thing.
No, why would
Why
I
would
call
you?
him
He's never
triggering this beat?
done anything wrong in his entire life.
Ever.
Absolutely. Mhm.
And so, with that, Siobhan and Sophie, the two of you
Mhm.
make your way to the police station, and it is not hard to find. In fact, you may have even, I feel like especially Sophie, would have snagged a map of the island and been able to
Definitely.
pinpoint where it was and be able to walk over there. It looks like a police station, brick building, doors, nothing all that exciting. The one thing you might notice is there's not a whole lot of cruisers out there. In fact, there is only one that you can see.
Okay.
But when
I'm imagining the police station in Chestertown.
yes, that is the very appropriate vibe. Yep. When you walk in, you do see a face that you recognize. You see Sergeant Sean Dalton, the one who made an absolute mess of things.
Absolutely love that man. Good morning.
He very much looks like he has not slept. He has a black eye from being punched by Scott.
Nice.
And he kind of like glances up, but in a way that he's not paying attention, and then does a double take and like quickly stands up and says, "Oh, good. Detective Winters has been wondering when you're going to be here."
It's not that late, is it? Sorry. I guess I didn't realize.
No, it's fine. Can I get you anything? Coffee, water?
Oh, I would love a coffee.
Yeah, me too, actually.
Appreciate that.
Sugar?
Yeah, I can get cream and sugar.
Yes, please.
And for you?
Oh, same. That'd be lovely.
And he first walks into the back and then reappears a few moments later, heading towards where you can see just a brewed pot of coffee. And he pours 2 cups, adds some cream and sugar, and walks it over to you and offers you a seat at one of the empty desks and says, "Detective Winters should be out in just a minute."
Thank you. How's
Oh, don't worry about it.
Gotcha.
It's fine.
I'm sure.
And he goes back to his desk, and true to his word, moments later, Detective Winters, who similarly looks like he has not slept, but at least looks put together, walks out and says, "Thank you both for coming in so early. I appreciate it."
Of course. Anything to help, I guess.
We're going to go back into one of the interview rooms.
All right.
Are we doing this like one by one, or I don't?
We would have taken your statements pretty much together had that been able to happen at the scene. I don't see any reason to separate the two of you unless you have something to hide.
No.
And he kind of laughs at that.
No.
Well, good. We'll hopefully be able to get this done pretty quickly. We're just looking for the details of what you may have observed before. And he glances over at Sergeant Dalton and says, "We just want to get the clearest image of what happened there last night."
Sure.
Of course.
I guess I'll start.
He brings you back. You are in one of the interview rooms. He does ask if he can record you.
Yeah. Of course.
All right.
And
So
he asks you each to say your name and that you consent to being recorded.
gotcha. Sure. Sophie and McAllister. I consent.
I
And
consent to being recorded.
I consent to being recorded. Sorry.
That's okay. We just need to make sure we cover that. And you, ma'am?
Rachel?
My name is Rachel Blauhair, and I consent to be recorded.
All right. Let's get started. What did you see when you arrived?
We saw a body. It looked like a young lady on the playground. It was dark. First thing we did was I called 911, and Rachel started doing like chest compressions and stuff. We were kind of panicking a little bit, I guess. And yeah, not too long after the police arrived and the EMS showed up and Officer Dalton was there. Yeah, it got a little chaotic, but that's what we saw. I don't know how much you want.
That's about what I remember too. I was doing chest compressions, and I knew they probably weren't going to work, but I just heard her scream. We just heard her scream. So I thought there was a shot, there was a chance that she might
Something.
make it.
Mhm.
And
I
about what
couldn't.
time was it that you heard the scream?
12:01.
And what were the two of you doing out that late?
Well, we just got here. So just trying to take like a nightly walk around the island, kind of get to know the um town, I suppose. I don't know.
I don't sleep. I've never. I can't sleep, especially in a new place. I can't sleep, so I was trying to tire myself out walking.
Mhm.
Sophie, I'd like you to make a roll
Okay. Yeah.
with sociability
Aye.
to lie to this officer.
Super.
I'm gonna give Rachel a bit of a pass because Rachel is only partially lying.
Sure. Can I use underestimated?
Yes, you may.
Because I'm manipulating the NPC. Perfect.
Please
That's
do.
perfect. So I'm rolling with what? So sociability you said? Sorry. Okay. Sociability. And I take a +1 seek. Okay. Come on, Barney dice.
What'd you roll?
That's 2-5 on a dice, and that's going to be a total of 13.
Incredible.
We love to see it.
Yeah, you say that.
ACAB.
Yeah, you say that.
After that 13.
And Detective Winters is just kind of nodding as you say that, and kind of glances back and forth between the two of you. And what I'm going to say with that 13, Sophie, however you answer this next question, he's going to believe whatever you say. And so he kind of glances back and forth, listening, to what you are each saying, and asks, and what is your relation to each other?
So Rachel, funny enough, was actually she's like a camp counselor, and she came to speak at my school, and so she was coming here for some sort of something about the forest. I don't know. I don't do a lot of nature stuff, but I came here for my studies. So I thought, we already have each other's information. We should link up. I don't like going to places on my own. It's a little scary. You can understand why. So, buddy system.
I was just about to say that, using the buddy system.
It's so safe.
And he nods very much in response to that, and says, okay, so you've told me what the two of you were doing out that late, when you heard the scream, what you did as soon as you reached the scene. What happened after that point?
I had a embarrassing little breakdown there, as I'm sure you recall.
I think
don't
Sophie's
really-
just like patting her shoulder, like, it's okay. It's okay.
I know it's okay. It's just fucking embarrassing, is what it is. And Sophie got me back to the hotel that I'm staying in, and then I took a shower and went to bed. And we got up, woke up, and came straight here.
And he nods again. Even though he's recording all of this, he's been taking notes this entire time, and he takes a moment,
Man after my own heart,
looks over what he's written as well as a few other pages that he has. This time when he nods, it's more to himself, and he says, all right, and what about that bag of human remains that you found? And with that, we're going to jump back over to the other two.
Oh boy.
Fantastic.
Yes, is Raven still holding that pamphlet?
Oh, no.
No. Okay.
No, absolutely not. It's completely forgotten, especially because he's currently staring you down.
Great. Yeah. I was just kind of standing there, and it's just like, do you want to sit on a bench, or are you cool waiting here?
Oh, I'm not waiting.
You're not.
No. Hey, question.
Yeah.
Where'd you get your clothes?
Thrifting and tailoring. I put some of these together myself.
Do you have more, like right now?
I packed for a weekend. Yeah, I do.
Cool. Let me have some.
In exchange for what?
What do you want?
I'd like
I
to.
mean, we can have more of what we did yesterday. You can have these. I don't care about these. They're nice. They're good material, but they are
They're not your nice.
no God.
Valid. What is your nice then?
He just sort of looks your current outfit up and down.
All right.
I'm not sure if I'd like to see myself in those jeans or you out of them more.
I get that a fair amount.
Right.
So, Raven,
God.
how long have you been on this island?
What year is it?
It's 2023. Long time, huh?
Well, let's see. You know, I never really was good at math, and I was drunk and or high for a good portion of my adult life. So that seems like a lot of years.
Fair. What kind of crowd did you hang around with?
Oh, the best.
Colorful bunch?
Oh, absolutely. And so very intense.
Hmm. Similar interests, I'm guessing. With the drinking and the getting high all the time to relax and have fun.
Right. Exactly.
Seems weird to think that was happening on this island. It seems very sleepy. Well,
I mean,
it did.
it was the 60s.
Oh.
So,
Didn't strike me as a hippie.
I am a man of many talents. I don't fit into any one particular mold, as it were.
Jack of all trades, huh?
Yes. Now, about those clothes.
Sure.
Okay. We doing a trade, or you just want to keep yours and let me borrow some?
I'll let you borrow some. I'm already dressed for the day, so I think I have something that will fit you.
All right.
Well, my bag, I brought it down because I thought we were leaving before. Found out the ferry is not going, so I guess I pop open my suitcase and I start like kind of looking for something that might fit him and just being, let's see, trying to think of the other outfits. Just like
by the time you turn around, he's shirtless.
oh, well, it's the off season.
Right, and he's like already working on the pants that he's wearing.
It just in the hotel lobby, just
I think we're outside the hotel at this
outside,
point.
just fully outside the hotel,
Outdoors.
next to the car.
Is
Just
that
just
better
adding
or
context.
worse?
No one seems to be around outside because I think we were the only people in the hotel, so it might be better to be outdoors. Guys, just like, you a jeans guy?
Yeah, I like jeans.
Toss him a pair of jeans. They're more fitted. Vest.
Sure. What's the temperature right now, JD?
It's autumn, so it is a nice crisp day.
Gotcha.
I also have a kind of sweater dress. I don't know if that's your style, but you can wear it over the jeans if you don't want bare legs.
No, jeans are fine. I was just wondering if I could get away with just a vest, but
You probably could. I mean, physique-wise, yes.
no, that's not the problem. It's the weather.
Fair.
Because it's chill now, which means it will get cold later.
Yeah, I mean, we're still early in the morning, so you got a while for that to happen.
And until I find some friends, I will care about the weather.
All right.
Let's go wander. I want to amble.
Okay. I'm gonna. Can you pop the trunk so I can at least put my suitcase in it? I'm not dragging this around with me.
Yeah. Sort of looks around for the keys up. Remembers they're in the pants that he dropped. And
You want me to hold on to those for you?
Yeah. These jeans don't have any pockets.
Oh.
It just keeps clicking the button.
Yeah, okay. He lifts the trunk, just like, you got it. Yeah, technology's a little different. It's not as manual as I think the 60s were. Yep.
Oh no, it just makes a good noise.
It is kind of satisfying.
Yeah. So while we're walking, you tell me everything.
Everything regarding what? What the fuck is going on?
You said it's 2023.
Yeah.
That's a little bit of time
It's
between
yeah,
back
the
where I was
60s.
here. Yeah.
Yeah. Jesus, what would you have been interested in? Because a lot of shit went down. Well,
You know what?
gay marriage is a thing now. Didn't have that then.
Why would they want to get married?
No, I just mean we have like more rights
Ah.
that are actually recognized. So.
Oh. Okay, but back to my question. Why would they want to get married?
I mean, it's some people's preference.
Okay. Yeah, not for me.
Yeah, you
how's
didn't
the
strike me as the
music?
marrying type.
No. How's the music? And he's
Hey,
gonna start walking.
I'm just gonna say, Raven, I think that's the moment you glance down at your left hand and you don't see a wedding ring, but you see the place where one would be.
Oh.
And you can almost feel it there.
What?
Ew.
Ew, what? Were you married?
Like his eyes roll back because why in the hell would you do that?
Sorry, Dom's married?
Yeah.
Cool.
Like for a while married.
Oh. Guess it's not going well for him.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
I just meant
having somebody else's memories in your head. Now
yeah, that must be a fucking trip. I don't want to experience that.
I mean, I've had it before. But
You
that was when I was high all the time.
What kind of
And
memories did you get while you were high?
ones I wasn't quite sure were real, but felt real, if that makes sense.
In an LSD way, yeah, that does kind of make sense.
Yeah, that was my favorite.
So, where were you guys partying on the island?
Oh, where? Like what part of the island?
Yeah, I'm assuming it wasn't in town.
No, JD, where?
You were partying out in the woods.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so like not hippie because didn't care.
Mhm.
Out in the woods though. Secluded and we could do our work.
You were working? I thought you were just partying.
Faith without work is dead.
Babe?
I'll explain later. Might be a defunct faith these days, probably.
Like some pagan shit?
You might call it that. I don't think
I think the Wicker Man was after your time.
I don't think the leader would have been particularly pleased to hear it called pagan.
Who'd you worship?
Walk with me, and perhaps I'll tell you.
Sure. Why not? What else am I gonna do? You wanna walk towards breakfast?
No, we're just trying to make some friends while we wait for our other friends to get done with the police station.
I don't
That is quite the walk, I will say, because the where you are going for brunch is out near the inn, which is on the
Yeah,
opposite side of the
Mm.
island.
we're not walking there. I want to try and find some friends here
Yeah, I think your
in this
attempt at
area.
making friends is gonna be a little hard considering someone just got murdered last night. You know,
Oh, that's
yeah.
easy. That's fine.
How was that easy?
Don't even worry about it.
It was a local who got murdered. That means the locals are gonna be very highly suspicious of anyone who's not from here, which includes you right now, 'cause you're
Sure,
indominant.
sure. However, they're going to be looking for compassion
Yeah.
and someone, a shoulder to cry on and someone to commiserate their loss.
Yeah, they're probably gonna either be with their family or in a church.
Or at the bar. So, I would like to go to the bar. And can we say, just for funsies, JD, that there's a little shop on the way that has a nice little novelty, section?
I think that is fair. What do you pick up there?
Fantastic.
Beautiful.
Yes!
And so we're going to leave the two of you heading into the bar. We're going to rejoin the other two of you at the police station, where you have just been asked about the bag of remains that you found.
Yeah. We turn that in, or I turn that in to Officer Dalton. Yeah.
Where did you find it?
It was near the playground. Honestly, I didn't think anything of it. I didn't think it was any like evidence or anything until it just looked like a random bag. So I just kind of picked it up and handed it over.
No, Della, you are muted.
Oh, what would you say? It was about like 15, 20 feet away from the merry-go-round?
Yeah, something like that. I saw it while, I mean, you were busy, and I was walking around trying to get some signal to talk to to 911. So,
Yeah.
um, yeah, something like that.
He consults his notes again, then looks back at you and says, and just to confirm, you handed that over to Sergeant Dalton?
I did.
All right. Yes, Miss McAllister?
What, um, can I ask, inside of the bag, was that what it looked like?
He pauses for a long moment and says, That would depend on what you think it looked like.
It looked like remains. But it was probably just dirt, right? It wasn't anything.
He looks over at Rachel, and his expression is concerned for Sophie. Like, he not only does not want to answer this because this is an open investigation, he also is not sure that he should be telling this young 20-some-year-old.
I think Rachel's gonna kind of roll her eyes a little bit and be like, Sophie, you're morbid. You're morbid. You gotta.
Sorry. I don't know. It just like the thought is just kind of scary. I'm just curious.
I personally would rather not know that I had my
Fair.
hands all up on somebody's dead body and ashes. Well, I guess I kind of did, didn't I?
Yeah.
I'll be talking to my therapist about that. But yeah.
But we know it wasn't the victims, right? That wouldn't make any sense because we were there. So
That would seem like a logical leap to make, yes.
Have you all been able to like do your forensics on it yet? Like a forensic scan?
He sets the papers he's been holding down to just stare at you, Sophie, and says,
Sophie, I want to go to brunch.
You're very interested in this subject.
Sorry. So yeah, sorry. This is what I'm doing a lot of my studies on. I psychology, criminology. I've been studying this for a long time, undergrad and now grad. So it's hard for me not to be interested. I'm sorry, Rachel. I'm trying not to be morbid. I just can't help myself sometimes. I just like to know what happens. But obviously, if you can't tell me, then that right, that would make sense.
Those questions would seem more relevant to the classes you're taking than this investigation.
Sure. Just rarely get to have an opportunity like this. So.
And so you study serial killers.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Was there something you were going to add there, Miss McAllister?
No, sorry. Again, it's just the scholar in me, the academic. I'm just really I'm just really curious about all of this. Again, you don't really get to have the opportunity to see this in person. Unfortunately, unfortunate as it is, yeah, reading it in a textbook is one thing. Seeing it, all of you do your work in action is all different.
I would imagine so. What else can either of you tell me about last night keeping in mind no detail is too small. Did anything strike you as odd?
I mean, someone was killed.
Yeah. Someone fully got murdered on a playground.
Yeah, it's odd. But
And
no,
I don't think she died there. Like, she was stabbed, right? Like, I saw when they moved her, right?
it was pretty violent. Yeah.
That was pretty gross.
Mm.
Anyway, no. So, other than like just telling you all about what you already know about how fucking gross it is when you got a dead body to deal with. Oh, I didn't say anything else all that strange.
And he looks each of you up and down, picks up the papers again, looks them over, and says, "Well, I think that's all I need. But will the two of you be staying on the island for a few more days?"
We have to. Apparently, the ferry's out.
Yeah.
You have a landline that we can call the mainland with? Because cell reception's down,
Mhm.
ferry's gone.
He does not give any visible reaction when you say that,
Oh,
and
I'm reading the room though.
please do. Please, please do. We'd love to see it.
Because, all right, this is with awareness.
Yep.
4, so right now I'm using shivs. Okay, so that was like a 5. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and mark. We'll mark me some
Amazing.
insight.
Love to see it.
And I guess I just sort of like squint at him a little bit, like, what do you know?
And he absolutely ignores that and says, "Of course, we have a landline. Please feel free to make a call. You can call from Sergeant Dalton's desk."
Great. Thank you. And good luck.
And if I have any further questions, I would imagine I can find the two of you at the hotel for the time being.
Mm-hmm.
I guess. Yeah. Yeah.
And if you think of anything, give me a call. And he hands each of you his business card.
Ooh. Okay.
So he's just
Sure.
gonna start texting him like he's your new best friend.
Yeah.
Shame that texts won't send.
Fuck.
Yeah.
The real reason they took the tower down. So Sophie couldn't harass the
Just so
police.
Sophie couldn't harass the cops.
They clocked that girl in the crime scene, was like, absolutely not. She's gonna be a problem.
It's fine. She'll show up every morning.
Yep.
Morning.
Yeah.
Got 2 things of coffee. Hi. Learn anything new? Spill the cheese, sis.
Did you think it was interesting that at the crime scene, like, anyway?
And so, with that, we're going to go back to Raven and Kai. And so, Raven and Kai, you are heading into the bar, likely the dive bar.
Mhm.
What other bar's gonna be open at this time of morning?
Mhm.
Precisely. And so, with that, as the two of you walk in, there are a few people there, two of whom you recognize.
Oh shit.
because one of them is Isaiah, and one of them is his brother Scott.
Oh, fuck. Oh, no.
And they are sitting at the bar together. There's a few other people spread out, but they're the ones that, at least for you, Kai, your eyes would immediately fall on, and Isaiah's eyes immediately fall on you.
So much for stealthing back out the door.
Perfect. As
give those two
Della,
a wide berth.
Why is a perfect target.
One. It points at Scott. His girlfriend was murdered last night. Isaiah.
And that's the one we had a threesome with. Yeah,
Yeah,
I know.
so he's gonna know you're acting fucking weird compared to Dominic.
He'll be fine.
He's gonna be the most suspicious in this fucking bar.
Suspicious of what?
What the fuck is going on with you?
I'm here to have a good time.
That's not why Dominic is here.
Yeah, well. People can change their minds. Also, I'm fairly certain that, for the most part, we had a good time.
We did.
So.
Yeah, but I don't think that's going to be on his mind right now since it was his younger brother's girlfriend.
So, we're going to distract them with a good time. Listen. Your fucking panic energy, throw it away. Get rid of that. You stay cool. You be cool. And everything will be fine.
Everything is fucked right now.
Follow my lead. It'll be fine. You should have a shot. Or 3.
I'm going to have breakfast before I have shots.
Why?
Because I don't need to fuck up any more than the situation is fucked.
Amateur. Got it. Okay. We're going to go to the bar. Do they seem to have drinks around them or in front of them currently?
They do. There's a couple of shot glasses there, and they each have a beer.
Fantastic. Cool. I'm going to order 4 shots, 4 beers, 5 shots. I'm going to take one at the bar. Also, I am not really looking for them. I'm looking for the guy who's going to be like, hey, buddy, you had a rough night. That's not me. Because I want to talk to him so he can give me the good stuff.
Got it.
Yes, I'm just trying to be next to them. Yeah, so he's going to move over. As Della stated correctly in the comments, hoes don't get colds. So it is just in fact the best.
Beautiful.
Hey,
and Isaiah looks over at both of you. I mean, he glanced up when you came in, kind of paused, especially looking at Dominic. Then kind of went back to focusing on his brother, but now that the two of you are seated that close, he's looking over again, his brow furrowed, and just looks at you, Dominic, and says, You good?
Oh yeah, I'm great. I needed a day to unwind. But I heard last night was pretty rough. Might I offer my condolences?
And Isaiah looks to Scott, and Scott glances over, and his eyes are red. I mean, he looks absolutely wrecked, and he just says, yeah, thanks.
Of course. Raven will get up. trying his best to play a somber Dominic. Boring. And he will set a shot in front of both of the brothers, as well as one of the beers. He will keep one of the shots, and then he will look at Kai to get in with the program.
Kai is just thinking, fuck it, this is happening, and he will take a shot.
So, to the ones we love, to the ones we lost, may they live on forever in our hearts, in our minds, and may every good time be in their memory. It's way too sad. It's early in the morning. You should be celebrating her life. So, tamp the glass, take the shot back.
Raven, I'm gonna have you make me a social prowess roll right there.
Absolutely.
It's got to be his highest stat.
It is, in fact. That would be an 11.
Woo! Thank God for that.
You are absolutely changing the vibe in this bar. And there's a moment where I think, Kai, you're sitting there going, oh, fuck, he's gone way too far. Like, there's no way this is going to work. But then Scott looks up at you and he nods. He says, you're right. She wouldn't want this at all. She would want us to celebrate. Yeah, she would want us to celebrate her life. What happened was really fucked up, but she wouldn't want us to be like this. We should start telling stories.
By all means.
And Scott, and actually a few others, because there are some other people who have been giving, like Scott and Isaiah, a bit of a wide berth, but clearly are in the same age range and therefore would know them, start to talk about Gabrielle and her life. And I think we're going to freeze frame there for a moment, because we're going to go back to Siobhan and Sophie. And so the two of you are leaving the police station. You are wandering to find the others because they are not where you left them. But
Yeah.
I think just instinctively you move into town and are trying to see, might they be in one of the few shops that's open, keeping your eye out. And Siobhan, it is now you that suddenly freezes in place. You don't know that you've stopped walking. Sophie, you notice immediately, but Siobhan has stopped right in front of the dive bar that the others are in. And she is staring through the window. And she is looking right at Isaiah, because that leather jacket that Isaiah is wearing is one you remember vividly. And you feel a chill down your spine. You feel that sensation again of the poison in your veins.
Who's that boy?
And that is where we are going to pause for tonight's episode.
Oh my god!
Hell yeah.
How dare you, though?
Incredible.
Oh my god, dude. I could smell bad news on that boy since we started.
He's not his grandpa, great grandpa.
I'm
Listen,
gonna find out who
listen,
his
and
granddaddy was. Now I'm going to kill him.
You know,
And if
we know
He
we
is
know
Isaiah
his
the
name.
Third.
Isaiah the third. He's the
Yeah,
third.
he's Isaiah
he
the
has an
third.
alibi.
We know his granddaddy.
I know, I understand. I'm just saying, to quote the good book, now that I find myself very much alive and I am horny for revenge.
That's gonna be session 5. It's gonna be called Horny for Revenge.
Yes.
Oh yeah, next episode title.
This one was
Dude.
Brunch and Bones.
Brunch and
And that
Bones.
Brunch and
I like-
Bones.
Pretty good.
I like how brunch never happened,
Didn't
but
happen.
that's the
Not even a
title.
little bit. Not even a little bit. Knew that
Mm.
wasn't gonna happen.
Horny for
Yeah.
Revenge and maybe brunch this time, guys. Hello.
I love it. That's a great
I mean,
title.
Revenge is the
Thank
dish
you.
best served cold.
Bones
so
and
might as
beer,
well
I
Best
serve it
guess.
served with
fresh.
This
mimosas.
episode.
Right?
Bones
Best served
and
with
beer.
mimosas, yeah.
And the beer.
Goodness.
God.
Absolutely incredible, you four.
Insane.
So we will now move into our outros, give you a
Spicy.
chance to let people know the other incredible things that you do in game and the other ways that you are unhinged. And so with that, as always, Steph, you go first.
Jesus, Kai is having his brain is just 404 file not found because what the fuck is going on? Hi, I'm Stephanie. I've been Kai, still having a disaster of a time. You can find me under the handle Lavenza in the Live from the Apocalypse Discord. Do I have anything coming? I don't think I have anything at the moment until the next season of A Season of Secrets and Shadows in the fall. So you can usually find me here on the Redacted channel and maybe something else before then. Who knows? We'll hear about it. You can also find me at S Brown Writes on the Blue Dumpster Fire. So for however long it stays burning.
Incredible. Q, you had quite the night as well.
I did. Oh, buddy. Oh, I'm here to have a good time, and man, am I doing that. Hi, I'm Q. You can find me at, I believe, all social media sites that I have access to. Looking at you, Blue Sky. At Midnight Inc. That's midnight _ INQ. Q is my name. I'm sure you get it. You can find me either here at, Live from the Apocalypse, doing a bunch of stuff like Redacted. I'm in Cold Iron with JD and Raph, and it's a good fucking time. Having a blast there already. Also, you can find me. I'm part of the production team at Tales from the Table Studios. Alternating Thursdays, we have the Successor States of Rega. And while the plan was to play Magic tomorrow, or not quite ready, I gotta work out some kinks on that. But we're gonna get there because I like to play paper cards with my friends, so I am gonna do that. I've got other projects in the works, but I can't talk about them yet. Just keep posted. Find me on the internet. Okay, bye.
We love to see it. Della.
Hello, I am Della. You can find me here every other Thursday in Redacted, being Rachel. You can also find me every other Friday afternoon, including tomorrow afternoon, where I will be GMing our Urban Shadows campaign along with JD as one of my players. Thy Kingdom Come. Shenanigans in that game a lot. Lots of fun stuff coming up, and I've been practicing my Stitch voice with a French accent overlaid on top of it. So just to throw that on in there. You can't really find me anywhere else. I post on the Discord all the time about plants and birds and fish. If you want to talk about plants or birds or fish with me, you don't actually.
You do. No, you
don't.
100% do.
I will not shut the fuck up. Anyway,
That's why you do.
I'm an unskippable cutscene. Anyway, that's me. Have a good one.
And last but not least, Raph.
Hello, I'm Raph. I played Sophie McAllister tonight, your lovely student of the arts. Okay. What am I doing? Okay. Sunday, I'll be in the chat. I got you, Q. Sunday, I'll be in the chat for Academy Age, if that's still going on. I'm very excited to hear more of that. If you are not listening to that, what are you doing? Go listen. Then next week on Monday, Q and I are in the final episode of this quick little 2-shot over at the Bleak season. We're playing Mouse Guard. We're playing 2 cutie little mice trying to solve a mystery of who poisoned our mentor. Because who would do that? She's sweet and ancient and dying now. And then on Tuesday, I will be back here for class reunion. I play Max Miller, very fun and romantic. And then I'll also be here for Cold Iron in 2 weeks. Wait, yes, on Tuesday. Oh God. I play Yuna Orlova, and she's great. She's normal. I think that's it. Oh, sorry for running long.
The panic.
No, you
The
did.
panic
You
is
did
fantastic.
incredible.
I always panic after I look over at my calendar and I'm like, what is going on? What day is it? What is happening?
What am I doing? Yeah.
What am I doing?
One time I'm gonna remember who it is I'm supposed to be. I'm like who it is I played, and I'm gonna mention it. And I played Weston or
You
Raymond
did.
tonight. So
Or Dominic.
Or Dominic.
Dominic.
You are a man of many names.
Yeah.
correct. Correct. We're not even done.
Many talents, many names.
Ravens in charge, baby. Let's go. All right. Sorry.
No worries at all. I forget that all the time. I will keep this much shorter than it usually is, because usually everyone makes me list out the games I'm in. But because I'm going to be here tomorrow, how many games do I really need to list? Me and Della will be sleeping soon so that we can survive Thy Kingdom Come, which will be going on at 1 o'clock tomorrow. I'll be back here for Academy H on Sunday. That is not a day we usually get to record. It is our off week, but we are getting to record, so we are all very excited. And then you can find me in class reunion on Tuesday, where I am about to probably commit atrocities, not intentionally,
They're
and it's going to
deserved,
be
though.
bad.
They're deserved.
They're deserved, but it's bad. And then I am currently running our Dark Academia Call of Cthulhu Wildcard Wednesday game, Shadows Between the Stacks, Harvest Echoes, which will have the second session this coming Wednesday. It'll be a lot of fun. It is super chaotic, and it is going to be getting increasingly more horrifying. So if you like to see me terrify my players, you not only have Redacted, but also that game for now as well. So I think with that, we are all going to say good night. We are going to see if we can find someone to raid. Hang around as we go to the thanks for watching screen, and we will catch you for Redacted and whatever happens next in 2 weeks. And
Bye.
I think we are all delighted by that. Let's
Another
do the
failed
horror.
Echoes of the Past roll, probably.
Yeah.
See if we can
Just
get
drop
a
them like
3
flies.
or
Keep it going. Keep it
Yeah.
going.
Get a
Place
hat trick,
bets.
baby.
See if it's going to be
Sophie's
Kai or if it's going to be Sophie.
No, Sophie's the
knows?
normal one. Sophie's the normal one for sure.
That's not correct. That is not correct.
We're going to press X to doubt and cast. Say goodnight.
Good night.
Night, everyone.